Please excuse my hair in this video as I just showered.
Hello, Drake Hawkins, Music Optimistic here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of this aggro crab game, Another Crab's Treasure. Now, before you sign off in the comments if you're a subscriber, I'm fully aware that this channel is dedicated to music and music discussion. However, this was something I was looking forward to. I had been following Aggro Crab's TikTok for a while in anticipation for this game, which they promoted a lot as a more colorful, more fun and friendly Souls-like. But oh my god, that is not what we got. Let's start with a basic plot rundown of this thing, as it's probably the most simple thing to describe. So you play as Krill, a hermit crab who hasn't paid his taxes or something. So a loan shark comes and takes his shell, and then he has to go hunt him down to get it back. It's a pretty, basic premise, although I think it's very fucking stupid to have a loan shark. I know that a loan shark is a term for someone who, is a shark about loans, but a loan shark doesn't make sense because you don't get a loan because you didn't pay your taxes. Very minor gripe, which has nothing to do with nothing to do with me hating this game. However, the primary reason why I hate this game comes up pretty quickly once you start playing the fucking thing. On their TikTok, they showed footage upon footage of of very greatly rendered textures of just beautiful scenery. However, on the fucking game, it looks so unpolished, so bare bones, and anytime there's more than 10 enemies on screen, the lag is fucking insane. And sure, some people may say, Matt, you're playing it on a Nintendo Switch. That's the issue. No, if it's an issue with the Switch, don't fucking put your game on the Switch. I got stuck on the Lady Lord Queen fucking boss fight for a while because I physically could not get past it as button presses were so delayed because of the insane amount of lag in this fucking game. And it's not just with that boss fight. Every boss fight that I've gotten to has had that lag issue. So yeah, my primary gripe with the game is that it barely fucking works. Not only is there an insane amount of lag on the player, fucking everywhere, but there's also an insane amount of bugs and areas that you could just get stuck in for no reason. Whether it's because some textures just aren't fully rendered, or they just didn't put enough barriers so you can't view into the back of a fucking wall, or because there's no intelligent AI on these bosses to where instead of the boss getting harder as it goes, they're just basically on a random number generator for what attack they use. Usually in a game with boss fights, you will have the boss get harder as it goes, or throw out more different attacks maybe halfway through that you haven't seen to spice things up. No, in this game, a boss can just throw out its strongest move first off, or it can just throw out a bunch of tiny moves, or it can spam a bunch of hard moves, because there's no intelligent AI on these goddamn bosses. When I say this game could not have been play tested, I don't think it was fucking play tested. At least not by someone outside of the development studio. Because if this game was play tested, it was definitely ran through by someone who had an idea of what you're supposed to do and didn't give it to a third-party person who has never played the game, no involvement in the game, and so they couldn't, run through, find issues that a person would find natural. Because if you run through the main path of this game, just stick to the main roads, you're not gonna find too many issues other than the fucking insane amount of lag on every boss. But the second you go off the beaten path, you'll get stuck on walls, you'll get stuck under things, you'll get hit by an enemy and just fucking launched into a wall. There's barely any fucking polish to this game that they were definitely showing in-engine footage of on their goddamn TikTok. And look, I know that I'm being kind of harsh to an indie studio, and this is one of their first games, their second or third or whatever, I don't fucking care. But first off, I feel okay on shitting on this game because pretty much every other review outlet that I've seen has given nothing but positivity. And second off, I don't like the game, and so I'm going to review it negatively. Let's get into some of the writing issues I have with this game, because not only does this game run like piss, but it's written like a 14-year-old trying to condemn capitalism. Look, capitalism is bad, but I feel like the politics of this game are just so fucking buzzwordy and just so fucking nondescript. It clearly has an anti-capitalist message, but the way that it showed that was one, having microplastics be the main transactional source, and two, whenever you meet the king person or whatever the fucking evil dude in the city is, pretty much the way that they depict him as being bad, is they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find the treasure, and that's gonna be for me. And just in case you couldn't understand that he's the bad guy from that, the city folk say corporations don't control us. What the fuck is this elementary ass writing? Like in any form of literature, whether it be video games, movies, books, there's always the adage of show don't tell. However, this game seems to focus more on the tell and don't do fucking anything else aspect. Now, the writing of the story may be shit, but maybe the writing of the jokes in here, this is somewhat of a comedic, lighthearted game. As indie games tend to be, maybe they're funny. Now, there was a Ghost indie game that I had been playing for like a little bit, almost a year ago at this point, but I fucking stopped because the comedy and humor in the game was just so unbearably, like, stupid. Not to criticize my own generation, but Zoomer humor is literally the fucking worst. Most of the time, it's just random equals funny, or it's fuck equals funny. Like saying some sort of pejorative in that sort of sense, just out of nowhere is hilarious, i.e. fucking has-been hotel. And so going into this game, one of my biggest worries was that the humor would be dog shit as well. And I'm glad to see that I was kind of proven right. There are a few like popsicle sticks laying in the sand that you can hit out that have jokes. There was one I remember near the front of the game that is, why did the whale blush? And then you hit it and it said, he pissed himself. Ha 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 ha! Like, oh my fucking god, was this game written for literal children who just learned to fucking swear? So yeah, in summation, main gripes with the game, it plays like shit, insane amount of bugs and lag, the writing is terrible, and the social commentary and everything is just so on the fucking nose. Like, not that you have to be the king of subtlety to make social commentary or anything, but like, if you're trying to make social commentary, be smart about it. Like, video games are not just for fucking stupid, brain-dead idiots. There's a lot of, like, heartwarming, gut-wrenching stories told through the medium of video games, and a lot of, like, strong, intelligent thoughts have been put through this medium. But it's like this game is made for people who cannot think for themselves, and need to be told what to think. Because apparently saying corporations are bad are the peak critique of capitalism that you can make. Yeah, I do not like this game. The main thing that would make it playable is if the fucking bugs were fixed. If the lag issue was fixed, which, like I said, could be a Nintendo Switch issue, but if it is a Nintendo Switch issue and you knew it was an issue on the Switch, don't fucking put your game out on the Switch. Also, I went on the subreddit for Another Crab's Treasure to, you know, get more opinions and see what other people think of the game, and it seems like the performance issue seems to be a thing broadly with every console, not just the Switch, whether it be Xbox X, S, PS5, whatever. So it seems like they just threw the port onto the consoles with no changes for performance optimization. Which kind of, you know, fucks over their whole anti-capitalist message with them just shilling out a product with literally no care as to how it runs. Like, you cannot write a better joke than that. Unless you guys just fucking care about money and that's literally it, which I wouldn't be surprised. You guys criticizing capitalism, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are fucking rolling in the dough of giving a shitty product to the people. Anyway, yeah, this game is like a 3 out of 10. It's genuinely fucking awful. Like I said, it would be like a 5, 6, maybe even a light 7 if the game was playable, but it's absolutely not in its current form. And I hate games that need like an incessant amount of updates to get to being fucking playable. Like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and the day that came out, I had it, and yeah, it was unplayable. Roll forward to a year later, yeah, it's fine now, but you shouldn't have to wait a year to play this goddamn game. Fix the bugs. Fix the bugs. This game is unplayable. Yeah, that is all I have to say. Bye.